Podcast.
Hello and welcome. This is the Above Limits Podcast. I am Olympus Mons. Today we're going to be talking about there was a poll that was done saying that the front runner for the possible Democratic candidate to run against Donald Trump will be Beto O'Rourke. There's a lot of push. There's a lot of talk within the mainstream media putting this name out because I, as a Trump supporter, also conspiracy minded on the fringe, but also lastly as a person that lived in Texas who actually saw how he campaigns. I have a lot to say because I saw his campaign style in person. Because let's just say I would get these text messages, right? And it would be like, Beto O'Rourke is blah 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 blah, and he's running for Senate, and do you have his vote? And like whenever I first got the message, I was kind of trolling back. I was like, put some weird thing on there, and then I got a response back. And it's a real person that's texting my phone. How they got my number, my personal cell phone number, I don't know, but I found it weird. But I didn't really know who this guy was. All I know is that he's texting my phone. So I didn't, when I was talking to the person on the other line, they answered my questions. They were polite. They did their thing, but in the end, when it came closer to the election, I started to see weird things. Like he came to my city. I live in Corpus Christi, Texas, and this is the home of Selena. So we have this statue that's like in her honor in our downtown. It's a tourist attraction, actually. People come from all across the world to come see that statue and also to go see her grave. But he took a picture there, and it was very much where it put something into my mind, basically reminiscing for myself, the way Obama came about. And when I say how Obama came about, it's just like, here's like this Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So they paint that picture for him. But one thing that I have to say is that when it comes to Democrats and leftists and how we got duped with Obama, where we believed in the whole hope and change thing, right? What's it called? When we got duped with Obama and the whole hope and change stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like Obama was a crony for the banks. He didn't fulfill any of his promises. The only thing he did was his signature legislation for Obamacare, which he didn't get his way. As Trump's not getting his way with the wall, he's having to defend it. It's very hard for the signature legislation of a president gets passed. They negotiated, and in the end, it became a tax, and the government didn't pay for your money. I mean, for your health care. So, my point is when leftists, there's a tactic. There's a tactic that to fool the masses, and when I talk, I try to prove how literally people are dumb. Most Americans are dumb. I was listening to MSNBC, and they were talking about how Russia had YouTube channels with 100,000 or Instagram posts with 100,000 likes, and it was created by Russia, and there's YouTube channels targeted towards black people that basically said that Hillary was, I guess the Hillary, the black people, black men are predators or something like that, that whole type of thing. And it's like, well, I mean, if you're that dumb to listen to troll accounts, you're that dumb to just listen to whatever. I mean, there's an issue with that. So my going back to Beto O'Rourke and Obama, most of the population is just dumb. They'll believe whatever, and they take it in, and then they regurgitate or repeat what's being told to them as if they came up with that idea on their own. Everything I'm telling you right now, I'm coming up with on my own, on the fly. I'm thinking about it. I've thought about it to present it to you, my ideas. So, to finally get to my point, leftists, the tactic is, let's put these people, let's build this person up to be a rock star, like a Barack Obama when he announced he was running for president on the Tonight Show. Like, there's people behind this that are going, okay, we're going to announce on the Tonight Show, so this is launching time. This is launch time. So we got to put all our eggs into this man. Hope and change. We can get this guy to win. We know we can do it. We can raise. I think Obama raised so much money that that's one of the reasons why he won the presidency himself. They got to build these people up to be rock stars, or the Messiah, the person that's going to change the world, that's going to change how we do things out there. And, basically there's a machine behind this that Obama was basically bought and paid for by different people. So, I mean, that's all you can say about him. You know what I mean? He wasn't the guy that made change. He was more the same shit. And anyways, as far as Beto O'Rourke, when I see Beto O'Rourke, I think of I listen to people and they're like, Beto O'Rourke's going to be the president. I'm like, how? You know nothing about him. You know zero about him. Why are you saying that automatically, he needs to be president? Like there's a need for this man to be president. That's where I'm at. In a minute, I'm gonna go through his I guess his Wikipedia, which there's a lot of information there available to him. I'm sure he has a website that I could go get more information on. But somebody's gonna have to run. But I just when I look at what he's talking about, I see there are some good things on his. I mean, he's a liberal. I mean, all liberal thinks the world's such a peaceful and beautiful place, and it's all not volatile, and it's easy to fix things, which they never do. But I mean, his platform seems all right. I can't knock that. But what I can knock is the machine that's behind him. This whole lifting him up as if he's like the next greatest thing that's going to happen, and he's going to be like this new Barack Obama. If he's anything like Barack Obama, I do not want him to be president. Sorry. I mean, Barack Obama's a joke. There's more. We were spied on under Barack Obama. The police got militarized under Obama. Whistleblowers and everything that happened to Obama, and then with the Clintons, the thing that happened with Hillary as Secretary of State, the formation of ISIS. This is all relevant things. Okay, so that's where I say the deep state's behind all this. They're pushing this man Beto O'Rourke, and my point to people is, you don't know anything about him. I'm actually pretty learned on politics. I keep up with it. I know people's names. I recognize people's faces. I've never heard of Beto O'Rourke. If you look on his Wikipedia, was I guess he's from El Paso. He was a member of the Congress, but hasn't been in a while. And he ran up against Ted Cruz and lost. So, I mean, I just don't see what all these people are saying. And going back to where I think most of the population is dumb, we're playing to the whole uh, Mexican people think that Beto O'Rourke is Mexican. Beto, Beto is it's Spanish, but they say he gets his name's Robert, so he gets his it's a nickname they made for him for Birdo. But like he lives in El Paso, which is very close to the border. I mean, he's trying to get votes. Can we piece together how this plays on the Hispanics and Mexicans, that that whole community, to put him in office? He's Irish. There's no reason he should have a nickname, Beto. I'm sorry. That's where all this my mind goes. I start thinking of how I'm being lied to, and how this is all a plan from the deep state or the New World Order to put some new puppet in in charge of the country, just like Barack Obama, a new liar. The dude is not Spanish. Sorry. So with that, we'll just conclude with reading off some of these things. One thing I found pretty cool is that he co-authored a book. He co-authored a book called "Dealing Death and Drugs: The Big Business of Dope in the U.S. and Mexico," which he argues the end of the prohibition of marijuana. I mean, you can read all his other stuff. I mean, it's a good platform. I mean, it's nothing there. Nothing there seems out of the ordinary. But I just think of, like, why are they going so hard to put this man into office? And I just think it's all a plot to by the time these leftists get what they want, kicking Trump out of office, censoring all of the people, their opposition, through, let's say, what Patreon's doing, what YouTube's doing, basically Thanosing people off of the internet. And this is only the beginning. It's just only going to get worse, where the side that's not leaning this way is seen as, what is it? Not compassionate, rude, supremacy, different things like that. And the technologies that are being created by the leftist tech giants, to censor people in China, a guy like this is very much a good figurehead to put this type of technology, give a green light to that type of technology to be used in the United States. Also, the continuing of silencing people, and the stopping the ability for information to get out. And that is very Orwellian. That is basically 1984, but real life, people. And that is what we're going to. And that is the reason why I have this channel. That's the reason why I make videos, to point out to you. And to me, this is what I say is logical thought put into the physical form. So this is Olympus Mons. This is Above Limits Podcast. Also, subscribe to the channel. like and share, of course. Visit the abovelimitspodcast.com for everything, all the information about the Above Limits. And the main thing I need you to do is just to keep on watching these videos and, interact with me. So